been manhandled in Milwaukee. They were really falling forward. Well, they went 16-3. Yusmeiro Petit was part of it, and they played themselves into the playoffs. Cubs and Diamondbacks, round 2. Glad to have you with us. We are underway, and again, first pitch swinging on a fastball. Deep right field. He's got room. Wow. Soriano hit his 52nd leadoff home run of his career last night, almost hit number 53.
Most ballparks, that is 53, but that's 413 very long feet out there to right center field. Chris Young had plenty of time under that towering drive to get under it and make the grab.
Oh, my. Now, when you talk about Yusmeiro, the home runs, they've been the bugaboo throughout his career. Yusmeiro in the big leagues, 151 2/3 innings, 33 home runs. He's a fly ball pitcher. As he pours that one in there. 0-1 the count. I guess Mark Grace.
Yeah, you just don't want him to be a long fly ball pitcher.
That's the key. And also, no walks ahead of those long fly balls. He's going to give them up. As that one dives away. What else does he have to go with the higher fastball?
Well, he's got a slider. He's got a above average changeup, a curveball, and he's a pitcher. He's not a thrower. He's not going to. There's the changeup right there. He's not going to light up the radar gun with 96-mile-an-hour gas. He's gonna pitch, but he still gets his strikeouts.
Last time out against Colorado, 5 innings, 2 earned runs. Bullpen allowed a boatload. It was a 9-6 loss. As that one 2-2 the count in. 86. That's near the top end. He has taken the elevator almost to the top with regard to velocity. Signed with the Mets back in 2001. That one fouled straight back. His battery made his countryman tonight, Miguel Montero, behind home plate. Montero will have the opportunity to work with Petit. It was said in spring training that Miggy would get more starts this year, and it's come true. 2-2 the count. Bouncing ball of all things. Felipe Lopez off balance a bit, but balanced enough to make the play for the out. So now Terrio 1 for 9 in his career against Petit. The Cubs defensively, or I should say the Diamondbacks, Jackson, Young, and Upton. Then it's Reynolds, Ojeda, Lopez, Chad Tracy is at first, or Big Red on this Redheads night, as we like to call him. We've already spoken of the battery mates. Chad Tracy has to be the guest of honor on a Redheads night. I don't know how else to say it.
Without a doubt.
And because of that, for many reasons, we will focus on Chad. We will focus on his matchups with Zambrano this evening. He's had some pretty good luck in a small sample size. And again, he's a redhead. It's just that simple. 1-1 the count to Kosuke Fukudome. A blazing hot start again, much like last year, his first season in the major leagues. Still kind of starting to ease and look at, get that redhead shirt on. Come on now, get it on. The 1-1. Fastball is high, 2-1 the count. Fukudome 1 for 2 in at bats against Petit, hitting 5 of his last 6. A rare 0 for him last night. Change up, it's high, 3-1 the count. When you look at the infield for the Diamondbacks, certainly playing him to pull. The outfield, though, stays straight up. That's nearly a full-blown shift on the infield. A lot of room on the shortstop side. It's high, and that's ball 4.
A couple pretty good pitches, didn't get the calls.
The fastball, I thought that was a strike. A lot of times high changeups, you don't get the call.
First baseman number 6, Micah Hoffpower.
You see that as
high?
You
tell me. No, I don't.
Right at the belt buckle.
That's not high.
No.
Must have been outside. Wasn't high.
There's Micah Hoffpower. Keyword power, if you happen to make a mistake.
You got that right.
Young man Texan, and Lou Piniella had his eye on him since he took over as the Cubs manager. As that one pours in there, I can remember running into Lou last year when his offense was sputtering, and I got this kid Hoffpower down there. I got to get him up. I got to get him up here.
Got to find a way to get him in the lineup. Got to find a way to get him some swings. Well, with Derek Lee out for a while with a bad neck, he may unfortunately get his wish.
See, I don't know if you knew this about Lou Piniella. He likes guys that can hit.
Not like the Milwaukee Brewers.
I mean, you can. Yeah, you're right.
They don't care if you can play defense. They don't care if you can run fast. If you can hit, you're going to play for the Milwaukee Brewers.
And every manager does. We have a little fun with that, obviously. A little bit of out of the Earl Weaver school. Every manager wants the best hitters in the lineup.
Sure.
And they want guys that can hit. But Lou, a guy that may turn the other way if the defense is a little bit shaky. If he's going to drive some runs in for me,
exactly.
You're batting fourth, kid.
If you can swing that pole, you will be on my team. And this kid can hit. He sits in an 0-2 hole as we speak. Let's see what Yusmero's got for him here on an 0-2 count.
Much better against right-handed pitchers. Runner goes. That is outside. Got it. That is that. Miguel Montero getting the start tonight. Puts it right on top of the bag. Did he get it? Oh, just barely.
You betcha.
Now he's looking for 3 in a row. Starting lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Felipe Lopez went nuts with the night off yesterday. Bothered everyone. Ojeda and Tracy will keep our eye on that matchup. Reynolds, Jackson, Young, Montero, Upton, and Petit. Carlos Alberto Zambrano. 1-1 this year with a high ERA, but in his career his ERA is 3.5, and he is flat out nasty when he's right. 0-1 the count on Felipe. Well, up and down this lineup, you will find 2 players that have regular season. Now, I'm sure they've seen him in spring training, regular season at bats against Zambrano. As that one dives, though, Felipe, 12 for 35. And Chad Tracy, 4 for 5. Felipe, by the way, quick math, that's 343.
You see a huge gap up the middle. Slow ground ball should be a base hit for Felipe if he hits it back up the box.
Felipe talking before the game about facing Zambrano. You can see the struggle since the sun was high in the sky in Chicago last year. Changeup dives away. Lopez pretty much has predicted to me before the game what he thought he'd see. Fastballs in, changeups away, never sliders in, but sometimes sliders away.
Well, Zambrano's one of those guys that
when he's belted, center field, going back, unable to make the play, it bounds off the wall. Felipe Lopez, he didn't predict the hit, but he was certainly ready to face Carlos Zambrano. Another big hit for Lopez.
That's the way you attack Carlos Zambrano. You get ahead in the count, you get a fastball you can handle right down the middle, and you don't miss it, Darren. That's the difference between the Diamondbacks the last couple of days and the Diamondbacks for the first couple of weeks. When they're getting that 3-1 pitch in the middle, they're starting to hit it hard.
8 doubles already for Felipe Lopez. 8.
Now let's see if they can make productive outs.
Well, they're in on the corners looking for a bunt. Here it comes, and the pitch is wide. Our key to the game brought to you by Arrowhead, Brown & Brown, and Superstition Spring Chevy dealers. Red Run, Red Run.
I think I know what that means, even though I didn't come up with it, Darren.
No, I didn't either.
Who came up with it?
The pitch is low. We're going to give credit, in this one anyway, to Andy Bach.
Really? Andy Bach came
senior
up with
producer tonight.
I have a feeling it's probably something to do with all that base running yesterday against the Chicago Cubs.
And then the Redheads.
See, I couldn't put that 2 and 2 together.
Not to be confused with Red Rum.
Still scares me.
2-1 the count. Now, here's the key that needs to be pointed out, to be fair to the Diamondbacks. Run the bases aggressively. Go from first to third on base hits. But this man, he's a completely different league in holding runners than Ted Lilly. He is fabulous.
Close play. You see.
As I was saying.
Yes. It wasn't even out of that mouth of yours, Darren. And that quick feet, perfect throw, and that almost got Felipe Lopez at second base.
Quickly to back it up, in his career, catchers with him on the mound have thrown out 52%. Inside,
Look
and
out,
took his
Augie.
kneecaps out. Now, 52%. Okay, we tell you 30's pretty good. 52% catchers have thrown out with him on the mound. League average during that time is 27%.
Fabulous.
And he's a right-hander, Gracie.
But he's quick to the plate. And he's got a good feet and a good move. Now a 3-1 count. Augie will look for something to drive to the right side.
Locked him up.
Outside corner, though. You don't want to hit that 3-1.
This is
something you can pull.
This is a guy who's still pretty comfortable with 2 strikes, isn't he?
Now you're battling if you're Augie. But you really need to get Lopez to third.
Lifts that one and into the seats it goes. Augie, 324 and on base of 400.
And because you said the guy on deck is 4 for 5 lifetime against Carlos Zambrano, and that's Chad Tracy. So Augie needs to, by hook or by crook, make a quote-unquote productive out. Or, well, shoot, a gapper'd be nice.
You bet.
But at worst, a ground ball to the right side.
They're staying away, too. That makes it tough. Bouncing ball, middle of the diamond. Augie Ojeda, productive out. He just got it done.
Very well done. And what you expect from that man, Augie Ojeda. Great stuff. Now, if you're Chad Tracy, you just see in front of you what Ojeda did. He battled. He found a way to set you up. Augie Ojeda is now setting up Chad Tracy by battling. 7 pitches into it, and he gets the ground ball behind the runner, moves him over. Now, if you're Chad Tracy, you take care of Augie Ojeda by driving this run in.
So now we watch this matchup. We will track it throughout the evening. Chad 4 for 5 with a double in career at bats against Zambrano. And the first pitch is high. 1-0 the count. Was that a hanging slider?
It looked like it might have been a hanging fastball.
89.
Yeah, it just kind of maybe a cutter. Zambrano's been starting to throw that a little more this year to the left-handed hitters.
Chad was looking for it. Speaking of it before the game. That was a breaking ball, high and away. A slider. 2-0 the count.
Maybe a situation where Zambrano, he knows the numbers lifetime. He knows he's got Mark Reynolds on deck, who is strikeout prone. But he's also 3-run homer prone as well. So it's a test.
2-0. Fastball in. 3-0 the count.
And I give him the green light here. If I'm Bob Melvin, I trust Chad Tracy to be able to get that run in with a 3-0 count. A walk really doesn't do you all that much good right here. Something in play does.
So let's watch. Fastball, flat out pitched around him. High fastball, ball 4. You were right on the money, Mark Grace.
So now it becomes Mark Reynolds' turn. These guys have set you up.
Number 27, Mark Reynolds.
With the double by Lopez, the great at-bat by Ojeda to give himself up, sacrifice himself. Zambrano decided, you know what? I don't want to mess with Big Red on a redhead day. I'm going to try my luck with Mark Reynolds. Now, if you're Mark Reynolds, you make him pay.
Can't say that I blame him, Mr. Zambrano, that is. He felt their presence while he was warming up, hanging over the rail and giving him the business.
Letting him have it.
Here's Mark Reynolds. Runners on first and third. Fastball is high. 1-0 the count. Arm angle a little bit low right now. And that's the danger in the pitch around. You start practicing, and I know he's a very established big league pitcher, but you start practicing throwing balls. The 1-0. Oh, boy.
Got him to chase ball two, up and in. In this situation, Darren, all the pressure's on the pitcher. So you got to try to find a way. By hook or by crook, as I said, you got to find a way to get Lopez in.
Mark Reynolds since April 14th has an on-base percentage of .362. 5 home runs, slugging .690. He is really on a roll. That one dives down and in. A changeup, 2-1 to count.
And you see right now Zambrano flying open, arm angle down. That's why his location is not what he needs it to be as of yet, but eventually he'll find it. The great ones eventually find it.
You get him now, then.
So you got to take care of business now. You got to put a point or two up right now.
2-1 in. A changeup. And he'll give himself the business. He'll get inside his own head and at times be his own worst enemy.
He's flying open. Watch the arm angle. Way down.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Stepping to the almost towards his manager in the dugout on the first base side, and the arm angle's dragging. That's why he's off right now, and that's why Mark Reynolds has got to make him pay. Look for one pitch in one spot. He got it, but he didn't do anything with it.
And that was great video there, that replay. Whether it's the stretch or not, I mean, his arm just a side-to-side swing, no up and over at all. The lead arm, I mean, like, think Tim Lincecum, folks. That lead arm gets out there, high and up and over it goes. For Zambrano, just almost a side-to-side swinging gait. And that'll keep his arm very low. He needs just a bit of tilt, Gracie, because then the movement becomes heavy dive.
That's exactly right. Huge pitch right here for Zambrano. Pitch number 22 here in the first inning. He is a horse. He can go deep in the game. He can go up to 125 pitches or so.
Oh, yeah.
But you hate, if you're Lou Piniella, to see this many this soon. And if you're Mark Reynolds, you're licking your chops.
3-2 the count. Bouncing ball, middle of the diamond. There's one. On the first, double play. The Diamondbacks come up empty and let that man right off the hook. Come on out to the Tempe Marketplace and be a part of our live audience. for the Quest Diamondbacks live post-game show. We'll be in the middle of the district, where you can come out early to enjoy Miller drink specials at San Felipe's Cantina, Dave and Buster's. Gracie and I have hung out there before.
Once in a while.
Cadillac Ranch as well. Drive by there going home every single night. Stop off a lot. One of our favorite spots is at the Tempe Marketplace. Good looking changeup to Hoffbauer. Hoffbauer hits again. Ooh, changeup, and then that pitch in.
Whatever it was on the inside corner, and Hoffbauer got tied up by it. It said 81, but it looked like a fastball.
It certainly did. Well, it did. 0-2 the count to Hoffbauer. He's a Texan, went to Lamar. We'll talk about some big numbers for this gentleman last year. Fly ball, well struck center field. Again, he's got just enough room. Yusmeiro Alberto Petit living right.
It's a big ballpark to center field. And Chris Young's using a lot of it here in the first 4 batters, but the bottom line is it's a long out. Kept him off just off the barrel.
Well, so far, outs by Soriano and Hoffbauer, about 800 feet.
But they'll be just fine.
They will be just fine. Milton Bradley battling a groin injury. Back in the starting lineup, only 2 plate appearances in his last 5 games. Pinch hit and struck out last night. Just 1 for 24 to start the year. 0-2 the count. Bradley. Last year in Texas. That's great.
The great Harry Carey.
They were replaying an old game of yours today, Mark Grace.
Were they?
And Harry was calling it. A lot of fun to listen to. That one is away. Boy, he loved you. He could sense it on the air literally in a single game. I know you've told me that, but you could feel it. And what a compliment.
Well, I loved him as well. Game's not the same without him.
Right over the top of a changeup, and Bradley goes down on strikes. After a year in Texas in which he hit .321, on base of .436, he's off to a slow start.
Just a beautiful changeup after 3 straight fastballs to get to 1-2. And Milton is a strikeout victim. 2 quick outs.
Bradley also slugged .563 last year for an OPS of .999 in Texas.
I love the OPS.
I knew you would. I knew you would. I was saving it just for you.
Great way to judge offensive players.
If you're talking about OPS, .999, you are 1 point away from being a top 10 player in Major League Baseball. High fly ball, well struck. Fontenot left center field. Connor Jackson. Can I say again, just enough room?
Yes, you may. Please do. Yusmeiro Petit.
Oh, Yusmeiro.
And he gets a cycle, a single, a double, a triple, and a homer. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, do.
How about that memory, partner?
Oh, I miss him. I miss him every day at the ballpark, boy. That was the home run for the cycle. And did you notice I wasn't really all that happy?
You guys were losing. Yeah. I noticed that.
Yeah. It was
very bittersweet, I guess, and very little sweet involved.
One of my best days I've ever had in the big leagues, and it was in a loss. My other individual great game in the big leagues, that was deep. A lot of room out there for everybody.
Boy, I'll tell you. Continue about your other games, though, sir.
My other really good individual game, I had one 5-hit game in my career in 9 innings. Now I had some in extra. 5-hit game, nah, we lost.
Wow.
That was in San Diego.
You were offering your back, but the guys didn't hop on.
So, needless to say, two of my really fond individual memories. Didn't work out too well.
You'll be just fine. 2,500 hits later in a world championship in 2001. And love is in the air somehow with those two.
Oh, dear.
Well, we need to go back, and certainly not to pile on at all. And not about them. They'll be just fine. But again, that first inning wasn't feeling good. Didn't look like he wanted to be out there. Didn't have energy. He was all over the place. And he got off the hook.
Diamondbacks let him off the hook.
Now we'll see if he sees it the day after. And the count is 1-2 to Chris Young. Last 3 games for Young, 3 hits and 8 at-bats, a pair of them doubles.
And then also, Darren, we talk about a guy like Zambrano, who's an emotional guy out on the mound. If you let him through 2 or 3 innings, he becomes a runaway locomotive, and you're not going to touch him. If you get to him in the first couple of innings, he'll take those emotions and go the other way with it, and he'll be out of there in 4 innings. That's why that first inning was so important to try to put a scar on him, and it didn't happen. And you can see it's getting much better.
So feeling as though it's a little bit more, probably thinking about getting a chance to hit, because boy can he hit. Now Miguel Montero, fellow countryman. Left-handed batter, fastball right by him. 0-1 the count. 4 for 22 to start the year with a single home run, 4 walks, as well as on bases at 308. And that's a changeup, and the count is 1-1. In the middle of a very humble 3-game hitting streak, but hoping to light it up a lot more. This one, a ground ball. 1, 2, 3.
I had those tickets to Depeche Mode coming to town on August 23rd at U.S. Airways Center. Remember, you're the big Depeche Mode fan, right?
I remember those tickets.
Okay.
Oh, no.
You weren't there. Anyway.
We discovered that the Diamondbacks were on the road in Houston that day, and you were coming back from Houston. We're trying to arrange you tickets. I'm with Danny Zalesko from Live Nation. Danny, here's the deal. Houston is 1,016 miles from Phoenix, 883 nautical miles, a 2.5-hour flight, an 18.5-hour drive. If the Diamondbacks were concluding their road trip in Houston that day, a normal game, 9 innings, there's a foul ball, they would probably make it back around 6:15. That would be plenty of time for Darren Sutton to make the show, right?
That would be plenty of time. He'd be backstage having dinner with the band before the show.
Wow.
And yeah, he'd be there in plenty of time.
There's only one problem, Darren. We didn't look at the rest of the road trip. You're not coming back to Phoenix. You're going to San Francisco. So these tickets that I have and all the backstage passes in the world aren't going to be any good because you won't be there.
Unless, of course, since our company's doing the entire world tour, maybe we can set them up in another city.
Darren?
Wow, yes,
that, huh?
absolutely.
I would do that.
Okay, now I need to take care of Mark Grace. Do you have those Jimmy Buffett reserve seats
Nice.
for the show?
I do, but are these for Grace?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, yeah, I've got them.
Okay. Reserve seats for Jimmy Buffett. When's that?
It's on May
14th,
no,
I
May the
think.
14th.
Yeah.
14th, yeah.
That's right. Thanks for telling me.
No problem. Reserve seats still available, so I need to go run those up to to Mark, and then Darren goes backstage with Depeche Mode somewhere on the road other than Phoenix.
Absolutely. And who's taking these Dave Matthews tickets?
I will. I will.
You're breaking up.
I will.
Okay, the truck will take those. Thanks, Danny. And Jimmy Buffett, there's a strikeout. Nice job.
You can have Depeche Mode. I'll take Dave Matthews. I'll take Dave Matthews,
Danny,
and I'll take Jimmy
You're
Buffett.
the best. Thanks, Danny.
No problem.
By the way, guys, we're working on a developing story. It is my understanding that the Arizona Diamondbacks have dispatched their bat boy to go look for, and I quote, the box of curveballs.
Really? Left-handed curveball.
He is somewhere out in the parking lot in full uniform. We'll see if we can track that developing story here on Fox Sports Arizona. Darren, you will see Depeche Mode. I will take care of that, okay? There's a base hit.
Well done. I just can't get enough. Lined into center field, and it's a base hit.
You are your own personal Jesus.
No, it's. How about me looking really closely at the oh yeah, well, coming back from Houston, that'll be perfect. No, it won't. Because we're going on to San Francisco. Very disappointing. You can't go to anything either if I can't go.
Well, I'm going.
Well, you're not.
Well, Jimmy Buffett, I'm going.
Well, that's on an off night for us?
Yeah, so I'm going.
Oh, no.
I'll tell you all about it, Dan. You just enjoyed Depeche Mode.
No. I got some news for you, pal. We'll talk during the break. Mr. Zalesko, fabulous. Fabulous to those who attend his concerts. Does a great job. Gracie and I have been his guest a couple of times. First class with Live Nation.
Good man.
Boy, can he hit. He really can hit. And now, Mark Grace, I will submit to you that not only does he get better when he starts pitching, but when he gets a hit or two, he's a better pitcher after he gets a hit.
Yeah, he gets fired up. Like I said, he's one of those guys that rides his emotions. When he gets going and you let him off the hook a time or two, he becomes a runaway locomotive, both offensively and defensively. If you take those emotions the other way, he'll go backwards. So now Yusmero's got work to do. He's going to have to play master and servant.
Very well said, by the way. It's hard to shake the disease when you get in this kind of a battle. That closed stance that has nearly hit a couple of home runs in this series. It hit one yesterday. Yikes. 0-1 the count. This was first pitch of the game. And Heron had the last laugh.
Oh, yeah. And then some.
He went the rest of the way, allowed one more solo shot, and it was a walk in the park for Mr. Heron. So it appeared.
I'd love to see a stat. I don't know if we can look it up, see if Kurt Zacher, our fabulous statistician, can find out the team's record.
That one is drilled. Deep left field. That is gone. A three-run home run for Alfonso Soriano. His 7th home run of the year. RBIs number 11, 12, and 13.
gone down the middle a few times today and got long fly balls for outs. You go down the middle consistently to a lineup full of power hitters, eventually they're going to leave the ballpark, and Soriano's just too special to let him get away with that again. So a 412-foot out and about a 380-foot home run.
And the slider is away, but a strike as it swung through. 0-1 the count. Buries the fastball in after the slider away. Soriano on April the 12th against Milwaukee stole his 250th career base. He is a 250 guy. Add in the home runs as well. He has gone over the 250 home run mark.
You know, and Soriano interrupted my good question for Kurt Zacher, and that is the team's record when their leadoff man homers to lead off the game.
Oh boy.
I'd love to.
All time?
Well, just within spitting distance. You know, maybe in the last 25 years.
Okay.
We could do that, couldn't we?
We'll have him on it.
See what the record is.
We'll get with him in the break.
Because the Cubs lost, obviously, when Soriano as the first batter hit it out of the ballpark.
2-2 to Ryan Theriot. Breaking ball, and it's blocked up. So, certainly for the Diamondbacks, now some work to do. Dodgers just got underway at San Francisco.
The first inning looking kind of big right now, isn't it?
It's looking very big. And you talked about it, the hitting, the pitching. Zambrano starting to feel his oats. As that changeup is outside, that's ball four.
Well, that'll make you think twice. Those long balls. And all of a sudden, you see Yusmeiro Petit thinking twice before being aggressive. Now you get the meat of the order coming up, so you're asking for it if you're Yusmeiro Petit.
You have Kosuke Fukudome, who walked in the first inning. 32 years old, out of Osaki in Japan. Soriano checks his lumber. Junichi Dragons is where he played from 1999 until 2007, a .305 career hitter in Japan. Had years in which he hit .351, had years in which he hit .343.
Golly, that's good.
We saw something in him yesterday, and though it was a fly out, great power the other way, letting it travel deep into his stance and driving it. He was an all-star last year, as that one is fouled back.
Oh, he had a good rip at a hanging change up there. Got to get that ball down if you're Petit. You're going to get hurt throwing change-ups at the belt.
Players usually, when the teams travel, have 3 or 4, even 5 huge bags in there. Big round oval-shaped bags, long, almost as if you could picture a golf bag, but big enough to hold, 15, 20 bats in each one. Fukudome has his own traveling gear. He does not have a bat bag. He has a bat suitcase, and it looks like it's hermetically sealed. First, the top comes off. You latch on either side, the top comes off. Then a zipper opens up, and you can almost hear psh come out.
Really?
Oh, you bet. Almost as if you looked around back, because we were waiting on Mr. Piniella to come in. Almost as if you looked around back, where's the plug that you plug it in with?
So
it literally was that advanced, his bat box.
So you're a fan? I'm
a huge fan. As that one is away, 2-1 to count.
I wish I would have had one of those. I'd have got a lot more hits, I would imagine.
Psst. When you open it up.
No.
A zipper.
Almost like a James Bond type of thing.
Yes, yes. Star Wars, James Bond, all in one. Look at that lumber. Popped up. A long run for a trio of Diamondbacks. Oh, my goodness.
Bad bad jumps by Young and Upton and Lopez. I think everybody assumed the other was going to get it. And you can see Fukudoma's like, how the heck did that fall in? You can see Lopez lets it go. Upton and Young nowhere near it. But that had a lot of airtime, Darren.
Getting a giggle out of that one at the Diamondbacks' expense.
As he should.
Here's Micah Hoffpau. Imagine if Babe Ruth had that bat box, he'd have hit 800 homers. Separate box.
What about his gear? Like his glove and...
I didn't go by his locker.
Okay, that was just his bats.
That was just his bats.
Wow.
A little number. This could be a break. Let's see. There's one. Nice fadeaway. What a play by Felipe Lopez. Oh, he knew Fukudome was bearing down. He got out of the way. We'll show you that one in a moment. But the big play in this inning, that 3-run homer. Used really the bag as a springboard backwards. This is almost like a gymnast doing this.
That's a good way to keep Fukudome off of you and turn a big double play. Still get plenty on the throw.
Justin Upton 0-1 the count. He has been just fine defensively at second base for the Diamondbacks.
I think he's been probably all around as successful as anybody.
Don't forget, by the way, anytime the D-backs score 6 runs or more, Taco Bell is giving away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 and 6 p.m. the following day. Our good friends with Taco Bell.
Did you get yours today, Darren? I did not.
No, we had to be out here getting set for the redhead section. They got to get off their hands out there. They got to get it going. I know they're in a new location and they sprinkled with Cubs fans. That's to be expected.
They are. There's a lot of blue shirts out there. Hey, as long as you're out there, have a good time.
Where's all the wigs? High fly ball left field. The costumes, the masks.
Yeah, there's not much of that.
We got a camera out there. We gotta get some folks loose.
Yeah, there's not many signs, not many wigs.
Come on.
Hey.
Oh, that's our good friend up there in the handicap section, one of the most loyal redheads of them all, and certainly glad to have.
There's a wig. Now we're talking.
Is that Sammy Sosa?
It looked like him. I think Sammy. good to see Sammy here, following his Cubs.
1-1 the count. Fought that one off, and the play is made. Trying to find the box of curveballs, the oldest trick in the book to do to a rookie bat boy. Todd, what's the latest?
Oh, that's not all. His name is Tyler Nunn. He's just back inside the dugout. I don't know if you got a shot of him, but he is winded. Couldn't find the box of curveballs. He was also looking for the remote control for the roof and the key to the batter's box. Apparently, he's been sent to guest relations, security, and even the umpires were in on this. They apparently had no help for him at all for the box of curveballs.
Umpires are always involved.
That's right. So welcome to the major leagues, Tyler Nunn.
Wow.
I don't know if he knows yet that he's been led down the primrose path.
Oh boy, look at this. He is looking everywhere.
Hang on a second. Here he goes. Here he comes. Here comes Tyler. There he's going to go out. No, that's just a regular ball.
Is that
it's
a
not
curveball? Okay, that's
not a curveball, man. Whoops.
Wow. Had to go get a box of curveballs.
Wow. Line drive, base hit right field, Felipe Lopez. That was a changeup.
And that was beautiful.
Shortstop, Augie Ojeda.
Just goes down and get it. Gets extended. Stays back nicely. Boy. Take a photo of that, folks. That was pretty.
Here's Augie Ojeda. 0-1 the count. You can hear on the redhead section the Augie, oi, oi, oi chant get going.
They got it going out there?
Oh, they do. Lopez driven back to the bag, and we talk about Zambrano's ability to hold base runners. Prides himself, and boy, he's a good athlete for a big fella. There's a lot of him out there. Fastball is high. 1-1 the count to Augie. He grounded out to short back in the first inning. He has hit in 6 of his last 8 games. As his locker mate takes the lead. Lopez right next to Ojeda in the locker row there. Broke his bat, hugging the line. That one is a foul ball. So, they'll need a new piece of lumber. Lopez will head back.
Happy birthday, Darren.
Thank you, Gracie.
Throw an unforgettable birthday party at Chase Field during any home D-backs game this summer. Party in the Peter Piper Playhouse area with food and drinks for the whole party. Put birthday messages on the scoreboard. That's big league. Ticket packages start at just $15 per person. Call 602-462-4600.
Base hit, Augie Ojeda into center field.
Or also you can visit dbacks.com/birthday.
Good idea, good stuff. So was that. The last time these two met, talking about Tracy and Zambrano. When we take a look at the matchup, Mark Grace, it's pretty simple. He just flat out pitched around it.
Well, there's history there. 4 for 5 lifetime. Nothing even close. Now without a base open, let's see if Zambrano with a 3-run lead is a little more apt to go after the big redhead.
Fastball is high underneath that one. 1-0 the count. Chad in 23 games against Chicago hits .333. He has 24 hits and 5 of them home runs. In with a fastball. That was a cut fastball. 2-0 the count.
6 pitches to Tracy. All have been off the plate for balls.
So if you're a Cub or a Rocky and you're a pitcher, you better turn tail and run when you face Chad Tracy. Great numbers against both those teams. 2-0. Nubs that one the other way, just a fastball right down the middle. And Tracy is erased. Cam. Youngsters getting a swim in, enjoying themselves. Glad to have you with us back in the ballpark. And the folks enjoying the ball game hanging over the wall. It's a great spot. Milton Bradley. A changeup is low to Milton. 1-0 the count. Talented, volatile, slugger.
Good player.
Very good play. Line drive right field. And Bradley with a single. Let's take a look at our Aflac trivia question. Which 3 active pitchers have hit the most career home runs? Now, Zambrano's got 16, so I know he's got to be one of those guys on the list. Active pitchers.
Active. Okay. Not career. Active. Mike Hampton.
Good one. He's active.
Hello?
Mike Hampton was Mark's guess. As that one paints the outside corner. 0-1 the count.
Doug Davis.
Double D.
Really?
Uh-huh. I was thinking Dwayne Bice, then I thought no.
He's not active.
Oh. Because he's not active. The 0-1. High fly ball right field. Speaking of the pool, that baseball's headed that way. Leaping, it's going up. That one bounds around and right back in. Another home run. 5-0. The Cubs lead it. A 2-run home run by Mike Fontenot. He now has a 6-game hitting streak, his second home run in as many days, and a tough night for Yusmeiro Petit.
Another ball up in the zone, right down the middle. And Yusmeiro's learning a hard lesson about throwing the ball in the middle of the plate at the major league level. They go a long, long ways.
So high fives all around. Coy Hill goes to Hackett. I tell you, Gracie, all this offense, that first inning that deflated has left those redheads a little bit down out there.
Well, I don't blame them. They've had nothing to cheer about. Yeah, like you said, the Diamondbacks really had a huge chance to put a big number on the board. Their number 4 hitter at the plate. Double play ball ended it. And since then, Carlos Zambrano has been terrific. That's what we said. Once he gets through a couple or 3, He's a runaway locomotive, and now you give him 5 runs to work with. It is a monstrous uphill battle now for these Diamondbacks against the Cubs ace.
It's the first time the Cubs fans have had much of a chance to cheer at Chase. They've not won a series here since 2003, including the postseason. Changeup bounces in there. 5 runs more than enough for that man. You just hope you can pull a rabbit out of your hat. And now, if anything, for Petit at 51 pitches, he's just got to keep grinding.
Now you need to get some outs.
That's not an out. That is a base hit.
I would imagine Bob Melvin's going to have to make a call down to the bullpen here pretty soon, because everything is right down Broadway. I mean, that is, it's tough not to hit that one.
Big fella getting ready to go. John Roush's last couple of outings have been solid. As great as it is to have a complete game in the opener of a series, you really open the hose and let it all flow away if you are starting to use your bullpen in the 4th the next day.
That's bad news.
This is what we talked about in the open, and we mean it with all due respect for what Petit has accomplished as a major leaguer. He has to be better than he's been so far tonight. This is a guy now once every 5 days, and you know that Max Scherzer has to be watched. You cannot have 2 pitchers that can only go 5 innings.
You know, we've talked about that. We've talked about Max's stamina. He's got to be able to lengthen his outings. Petit's got to be able to lengthen his outings. You can't have 2 guys out of your starting 5 going 5 or less consistently. I mean, in a perfect world, Bob Melvin needs a double play ball here and then another inning.
Absolutely,
out of
another inning.
Petit at the least.
3-0 instead. That would have helped. Throw was high and nearly picked him off.
Well, Coy Hill got out there. A better throw's got him dead to rights, but he got back in. Tag was on the hip.
Two and 1 the count. Petit, 20 starts in the major leagues. 14 of those 3 earned runs or less. This year, though, his longest outings, a couple of starts, 5 innings. Difference is in both of those, one against LA, one against Colorado. He allowed 3 earned runs or less in both of those. Mark Grace was talking about it, and boy, was it memorable. July 22nd, 2007 at Chicago. 6 shutout innings, part of a 16-3, 19-game run for the Diamondbacks. Change up, swings right through it. 2-2. They were so hot. Do you remember when they got going in Chicago?
Stephen Drew got it all started with into a gale wind 3-run home run after the Diamondbacks had just gotten pounded up in Milwaukee. And boy, did they ever take off.
Line drive, foul ball. By the way, you young baseball fans, baseball players, don't forget the Diamondbacks Training Centers host a free youth baseball and softball clinic from 9 to 11 on May 2nd at Grand Canyon. It's free. Canyon kickoff 09. Matt Williams will be there. Greg Swindell will be there teaching the fundamentals. Diamondbacks players will be there. A very good thing as that one is high. 3-2 the count. So out at Grand Canyon again to register for the free clinic. 800-821-7152 or visit dbacks.com/camps. The Canyon kickoff. Now that's big league. 9 to 11 this Saturday, May 2nd. Get out there, free clinic. Runner goes, and a ground ball. Only play is out front. Also this weekend, after you get done playing some sports outdoors, settle in indoors for a while on Saturday. NASCAR on Fox goes under the lights. That's perfect. You can spend the day outside, then come in. It's in Richmond, Virginia. Clint Boyer, my guy, will try to defend his title against a full field of the world's best drivers. Coverage of the Sprint Cup Series racing from Richmond begins Saturday at 4 at High Def on Fox.
He's my guy.
Big Z, Carlos Zambrano. After the Miles ground out, a breaking ball up in the zone, but a strike. Zambrano singled. Now, when he singled, that was his first hit of this year. He has 119 hits in his career. And we mentioned those 16 home runs. Hard ground ball, but gobbled up by Lopez. 2 outs. A bit of a buzz from those that are visiting from the Midwest or those that are moved out here from the Midwest as Soriano tries to make his way towards home plate. He has made a lot of noise in this series thus far. He is now 5 for 8, 3 doubles and a homer in his career against Yusmeiro Petit.
And a 412-foot out. Good pitch there. Right under his hands. That looks like a hanging slider, changeup, maybe a cutter. Whatever it was. Petit would like it back.
A closed stance. As that one misses the way we've talked about early on this year. We've seen 3 guys that come to mind with closed stances, and you don't see them much anymore. This man, Edgar Renteria in San Francisco, and Troy Tulowitzki with the Rockies. All different service time. It's very interesting.
Way up in the box, too, as well.
And you never see that.
Tony Gwynn was the last one I saw that far forward.
Well, that's a great shot there.
My back foot was on the chalk. His front foot is almost on the chalk. Petit being very careful, and I can't say I blame him.
3-1 the count. Ryan Theriot waits. Ball 4. Bob Melvin being painted into a corner this evening by his starting pitcher. And these Diamondbacks, when they go back to work tomorrow, they will do so against Ryan Dempster. Doug Davis will oppose. That's a 12:40 start. We'll be on the air at 12:30. And in the 10 minutes before the first pitch, we'll tell you everything you need to know about the game. Breaking ball, and it's a strike. 0-1 the count. Either that or we'll just say hello, howdy do, and let's enjoy a ball game together.
Let's play ball.
The 0-1. Fastball in the dirt, tough to block.
Somehow, some way, Montero was able to come up with it.
Dempster will work tomorrow against Double D. What a year he had last year. 26 pitches now in the inning, about to come home. And the right-hander. The long ball, his undoing in this ball game, and we talked about the fact that he'll give up his home runs. 2 per 9 innings in his career. League average is 1. Twice as high as the league average.
Well, especially when they're multi-run homers.
Well, and that's
a 3-run homer and a 2-run homer. We saw last night Dan Herron Gave up a couple solo shots. And the Cubs continue to pile it on.
Look at Soriano aggressively go from first to third. Feel like they owe these Diamondbacks after last night, I would imagine. And they're taking it out on them.
Oh, yeah, and it's another fastball right down the middle. Bang. Belt high. Lesson learned there. You just wonder what Bob Melvin and the Diamondbacks are going to do with this spot in the rotation.
Call to the bullpen. Already here in the fourth inning. All hands on deck down there, fellas. Roush has to go to work 3 2/3 innings. Well, Roush certainly has a couple of outings he can hang his hat on. And he just quickly looks for that third out, no doubt about it. Good looking breaking ball, and strike one to Kosuke Fukudome. This is our Alltel call to the bullpen. Brought to you by Alltel Wireless.
Big John Roush working on a couple of scoreless appearances. Needs to make a pitch here to Fukudome.
How about that? Miguel Montero hopping back there. Taking a look at our Firestone leaderboard. Timely hitters. Lou Piniella likes him. He's got a couple of them.
So do we.
Chipper Jones. Chopper to Chipper.
Another man, God rest his soul.
That's the younger Carey. We miss him too. Certainly miss Skip. If you promise to patronize our sponsors, you can go ahead and turn off this ugly ball game. 2-1 the count.
Nice
Boy.
pitch.
Now this has been the key, right? I mean, the 2 outings, Gracie. It's been enough velocity, 91, 92, but pinpoint control.
Location. That's what led to John Roush's years of success at the major league level, was locating the low 90s fastball with the breaking ball. Not throwing it down the middle like he has been the first month of this season.
That runs in. The look of a slider. The count is 3-2. Trying to capture a memory of Kosuke Fukudome. This Diamondbacks bullpen has been step-up city of late. 3-2 with 2 outs. And how about that? 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball hanging around, and he fouls it back. 6 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for the Cubs. 0-3-0 for the Diamondbacks. That's low. That's ball 4. Mark Grace.
Yes.
Kurt Zacher has come through. A long, long time ago, you asked a question about leadoff home runs that open up ball games, like Alfonso Soriano did yesterday. There's Kurt, who, by the way, predicted a home run for Chris Snyder. Predicted it. Guy hitting below 100, he predicted it. So these are the kind of brain cells you're getting on this. Since 1985, teams that hit the leadoff homer have a .573 winning percentage.
Okay.
This season, they're 6-2.
So the Diamondbacks got fortunate.
Yes, they did.
Yesterday when it bucked the trend. Bucked those numbers.
Want to think.
Nice going, Kurt Zacher.
Kurt got it done, and Megan Sheehan at Stats Inc. helped out. Meg does a great job out there on the West Coast.
Good stuff.
Breaking ball, and the count is 1-1. Big Z getting antsy. I'm ready to go back to work.
A long rest.
Getting bored.
Good pitch there on the inside.
There's the command we're talking about. Dodgers put one on the board. They lead San Francisco 1-0 in the top of the 3rd inning. San Diego 2, Colorado 1. That one's in the bottom of the 7th inning. The next opponent for the Diamondbacks, Milwaukee, leading Pittsburgh 6-5 in the top of the 8th. As that one misses away the Brewers, when the Diamondbacks see them for a 4-game series this weekend, will have a familiar face, if it's a lead, to pitch in the 9th inning. Trevor Hoffman made his Brewers debut yesterday to a raucous welcome.
Boom. That looks like Thunder Dan.
I think that's his brother, actually. That one is fouled off into the seats.
See Ziggy Marley here. Oh, it's not spelled the same way. I'm sorry.
2-2. There's that fan, has a long drive. And this series is over. That one is fouled off to the backstop. It goes.
It's going to be good to get back to your old stomping grounds, Darren.
2-2 the count. 2 outs, 6-0 the score.
And the plane lands and the taxi and the Marquette University band will be there. Welcome back, Darren.
Oh no. UW Milwaukee, man. They'll be.
I'm sorry. Giving too much credit to Marquette.
Oh my goodness. Is it fair? It is foul. In the redhead section, Mark Gray.
Nice going, guys.
We got a highlight. Come on.
Nice going, guys. We're only down 6. Let's go. Get a little excited.
Okay. Next redhead section.
Yes.
Folks, put your shirts on. Put your redhead shirts on that you're given. All of you out there.
Now, put them on.
No Braves jerseys.
There they are. Oh, not.
Shot, base hit, right field. One run is in. Upton fires a rocket home on a hot, beautiful throw. But another run. And an RBI for one of baseball's timeliest hitters this year. Kosuke Fukudome. I'm sorry, Micah Hoffpower.
No, he's good too.
He's very good. Thank you, sir.
A lot of fun being had in that Cubs dugout. 9 hits. Nobody's had to move.
Bradley fouls it off. Zambrano really getting antsy now, Gracie. We might want to send Todd Walsh down to talk with him.
I think everybody in that Cup dugout getting a little antsy. They're all saying, when's it my turn to hit?
Broken back ground ball, Felipe Lopez. And Milton Bradley eases into the bag. 7 runs in the last couple of innings for Big Z. score. As Carlos Zambrano waits a moment. Mark Reynolds takes a walk. They're waiting under question. The active pitchers that have hit the most career home runs. We know Zambrano. We know Hampton. Who do we miss, folks? Oh, former Diamondback and a good friend, Livan Hernandez. I can remember one of his home runs in St. Louis when he went one flap down.
That's right.
And then posed for photos.
And then proceeded to get rocked.
I don't go one flap down.
I know, Peep.
That's what he said. Oh, it was beautiful.
And then we got on the plane.
Mark Reynolds, laser beam, left field. That bounce high up and over the wall.
Well, the high fastball, that 2-0 pitch. And Mark Reynolds is waiting on this one. And he starts the bottom of the fourth with extra bases.
So we got on the plane, and Livan Hernandez passed by. And what did he say?
I said, hey, now, when you style on a home run in baseball lingo, it's called pimping it.
Right.
And I said, man, I heard you talking to the media. He said, no, I didn't pimp it. And then someone on the airplane, I said, hey, man, I know what you told the media, but come on. You pimped it, didn't you? He said, oh, yeah, Grace. Yeah, I did.
Livan Hernandez. Oh, don't forget, by the way, if a D-back homers this inning and it hits the Gila River Casinos hit and win sign here in the fourth, a lucky fan. Going to see Sammy here watching on Fox Sports Arizona will win tonight's jackpot of $160,000. Now it grows by 10,000 every time. That's the way they do it at Gila. Every time the prize goes unclaimed. For official rules and information, visit dbacks.com/hit-and-win. Ron Dobry is playing for $160,000. Gila River Casinos hit-and-win promotion. That pitch is away. 2-0 the count. What's going on out there in the redhead section? They're trying. I can see them clapping.
Come on, guys. Get a little excited.
They're trying. Got to find a. Let's see. Is there something to cheer about there? Yeah, you bet there is. Up against the wall. A run will score easily. Kicked and now picked up. All right. 7-1. That's a start. Every marathon begins with the first step.
Oh, what a good analogy and what a good swing on a 2-0 pitch by Chris Young. Mark Reynolds yanks one down the line on a 2-0 pitch. This time it's Chris Young's turn. That's how you go about these star pitchers. If you get ahead of them, especially when you're behind by a bunch, they'll come at you. They're not going to walk you. That's the way you get back at them. You got to try to keep the merry-go-round going.
Oh, 0-1 the count, just for the sake of discussion, and the score being 7-1. 2 starts ago against St. Louis at home, Carlos Zambrano went 7 innings and gave up 7 earned runs. Just for the sake of discussion.
Well, sure.
His team eventually won it 8-7. He received a no decision. Pitching coach Larry Rothschild looking on. These Diamondbacks try to chip away, try to get back in. The 0-2.
Oh, dear.
I mean, he really took that one inside. Esmerling Vasquez is warming in the bullpen for the D-backs. We might see each and every one of them tonight. There's a name for an outing like this when the starting pitcher struggles, or when you don't have a starting pitcher at all. The pitcher's name is Johnny Holstaff. I know you've heard that.
Many times.
Into the seats it goes.
It's one of those you just say, bleh. But there's a lot of ball game left. The good news is you fell behind very early. You got a lot of swings of the bat left. Oh, don't you love it when I go half full, Darren?
I tell you, I love it. I love the optimism. You can cut it with a knife in here.
That's the way I am.
0-2 the count. Maybe just one more. Just one more in this inning.
Whoa. That one just missed.
It's a good 0-2 pitch.
Miguel Montero.
Half full. Not all the way full?
That's full. That's the way I like to see that cup.
You said you like it half full.
No, I like to see that
It's about
cup.
to be half full.
Yeah, I like to see that cup
away.
full.
1-2 the count. Outside. And the count is 2-2. He's talking to himself, getting a little angry. Let's see, what's that pitch count at? Yeah, see, he's reeled it in.
He doesn't care.
He's just fine now.
He's not one of those pitch count guys.
2-2. You got it almost. Good try.
Almost got that one, Darren.
I know you did. I was proud of you.
Thank you.
Look at little Mark Grace down there.
A lot better looking than Mark Grace.
2-2 the count to Miguel Montero. Fly ball left field. And there are 2 outs. All right, Justin Upton. Got to get one more this inning.
Justin Upton.
I'll take this. This is Sunday's swing. A home run of the likes I've never seen.
You kidding me? That one was officially smashed.
It's so funny. That seems like it was just a couple of days ago, doesn't it?
It really does. It's kind of because it was.
Here's Upton. Away. Now soon we're going to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, folks. Scores around Major League Baseball, updates.
Always look forward to that.
Zambrano wondering, why are you coming to talk to me, Mr. Hill?
Because he's giving some body language to home plate umpire Tim Timmons that Timmons doesn't really care for. Anytime you see the home plate umpire remove his mask,
so he sent Hill out there to talk to him.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You better tell him to shut up. You better tell him to shut up right now if he wants to stay in this game. That's about 3 times now in this inning. And you can see Zambrano was like, what are you talking about?
This is all good for the Diamondbacks when this occurs, by the way.
But Zambrano, because he has been so successful, he's allowed to gripe a little bit, but only to a point. Zambrano wanted that pitch. Probably said something to the effect. He's laughing. Now you can see. Knock it off. Knock it off right now. Coy Hill's saying. Coy Hill's going to go like a smart catcher. Keep your star pitcher in the game. You don't want to get him thrown out of the game. John at an umpire in a 7-1 ball game. And Zambrano's a competitor. He like anybody else wants that call. He thought he threw a strike. He didn't get it. But that's part of his emotion.
2-1. Slider. 2-2.
Watch how far this ball goes to the outside. Justin Upton just could not lay off.
Two balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Inside 3-2 this ball game in the 4th inning already. Tony Clark waits on deck. When I was watching that game, the replay of the old Cubs-Pirates game, Gracie, you played it and Harry called it, had a similar comment about the time of the game. High fly ball, easy chance in center field. And the play is made. 1 run in the inning. That's it. Todd?
Indeed, Darren, and I know this event is, well, it holds a very special place in your heart as
You
the
bet.
MC of the breakfast for the last couple of years. From the Arizona Special Olympics, he is the president and CEO, Tom Fraker. Tom, thanks for hanging out here with me on the outer fringes of the Redheads, but it's been quiet out here, hasn't it?
Redheads and all the Cubs are here.
Yeah, that's kind of scary. Well, let's talk about the big event for the summer that's coming up and your involvement in it.
Yeah, it's this weekend. We're having our summer games, which are about 6 different sports in Mesa with 1,200 athletes and about equal number of volunteers. And I just invite everybody to come out and be a fan. I mean, our athletes are like everybody else. They want fans in the stands.
What kind of events are we talking about here, Tom?
We're talking about all the way from kayaking to weightlifting, gymnastics, softball toss, and track and field.
I know the people that go out and watch these events come away with something. What is it that they come away with? What do you see in the eyes of the fans that go and watch these athletes?
Yeah, Todd, you mentioned huggers. We have a lot of people that are at the finish line for our athletes, and it changes their lives because they come there wanting something, and they go back with something in their heart that means that things can be accomplished, even if you have some disabilities.
If someone's watching right now and they want to get involved, how can they do that?
They can go to our website, SpecialOlympicsArizona.org, come and volunteer, donate money, because everything is free to the athletes, or just come out and be a coach. We need a lot of coaches.
If I could, on a personal note, and don't answer it if you don't want to, but why your involvement in this? How did that happen?
It happened because I love kids, I love sports, I love helping those that have disabilities, and it has truly changed my life in just 3 years. It's been wonderful.
Thanks for sharing that, Tom.
Todd, appreciate it.
Tom Fraker, the CEO of the Arizona Special Olympics. Big weekend coming up, guys, and it's our pleasure to hang out with Tom here. And if you want to get involved, you just found out how.
Thank you, Todd. Wonderful, wonderful group. Wonderful organization. And Mr. Fraker does a great job. I love that breakfast in the fall. What an inspirational morning it is. Here's Aaron Miles. All right.
Love to be there. A little pigs in the blanket.
It's good. All kinds of good eats. Great stories.
Love to get invited.
Well,
you must be in charge of the pass list.
1-0 the count.
Oh, dear.
Reynolds in at third is even with the bag. High fly ball, easy chance for Chris Young.
Pitcher Carlos Zambrano.
Meantime, as we spoke of, the next destination for these Arizona Diamondbacks tomorrow
Milwaukee.
after the game, and Trevor Hoffman is on, looking to lock down a 6-5 Milwaukee win over Pittsburgh. Hoffman not in a save situation last night.
Great shot there. Timmons and Zambrano just getting on the same page. Hey, I wouldn't mean any harm. Don't be so demonstrative then.
Lyman is belted. Did he get it? Nearly got it. And Zambrano, his second hit, an extra base hit. He just drove in a run. It's 8-1 Chicago Cubs.
He not a lot of harm with that one. Almost another home run. Hanging breaking ball. My goodness gracious. Even pitchers like whacking nose during setting. Right off the top of the yellow stripe on the wall. So close to getting out of here. Back come the Cubs, and they are pouring it on.
From 05 to 08, this man, the number one hitter batting average wise in Major League Baseball. 4 pitchers, 271. Number one in slug at 459 as that one misses away. Number one in home runs with 13. And number one in extra base hits with 28 from 05 till now. In on the hands, and that one is an RBI. As Zambrano races on around and scores the 9th run for the Chicago Cubs. 4 RBIs on the night for Alfonso Soriano.
And the Bluebirds starting to make themselves heard amongst the cheerful Cub fans. Jam shot, but it's up, Darren. You say it a lot. You can sit there and say, boy, they're broken bad hits and they're jam shots. Well, when they're up, they tend to flare over the infielders' heads. When they're down, they're just little ground balls.
He can get emotional. He at times can do or say the wrong thing to the umpire, and he can be his own worst enemy. But truth be told,
he's good.
A big guy like that, to see that energy, and he has fun playing baseball. He represents, I think, how a lot of us would be if given the chance. Plus, he's talented, as you mentioned.
He's very good, yes. And that's what makes him very good. He has to have that kind of emotion.
Strike 3 over the inside corner. Terrio goes down on strikes. Continues to argue. I want to remind himself his team is playing very good, Mr. Terrio. Three power Chevy dealers in the valley: Arrowhead, Brown & Brown, and Superstition Springs. And by Triple Hops Brewed Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling. Huge 3 innings for your club, and it just doesn't look good when you stand at home plate when your club has scored 3, 4, and 2, and everyone has succeeded.
And that went on for a while too, Ryan Terrio. That wasn't the end of it. You know what?
And that's not who he is. That's not the kind of ball player he is. But you seem very centered on yourself when that happens.
It looks kind of bad, but by the same token, you know what? That shows he's not taking that at bat lightly.
I agree with that.
I'm never gonna get on somebody for caring. But I hear what you're saying. And I agree with what you're saying.
Josh Wilson gets a chance. And he fights it off. The folks in our great tape department, I don't even know if it's actual tape anymore, digital video department, were reading lips. And Terrio said something to the effect of, I know it's 9-1, but that's not a strike.
Ah, that is. And it's 9-1.
He plays the game the right way. Certainly Fontenot does. And here's Felipe Lopez. fastball and a dandy. Lopez has gotten him twice. He's got a single. He's got a double. And that one a mile high. Well struck right field. Bradley going back into the triangle. And he makes the play for the out. By the way, don't forget to text questions to the booth to 74499, keyword PHX.
Huh?
Mark Grace, if you were a sandwich, what sandwich would you be?
Potted meat.
Potted meat?
Yes.
That is.
Underwood deviled ham. Oh, that was big league.
74499. Text your
What would you be,
question.
Darren?
Oh, I know that one.
Dagwood.
And that one is lifted. On sourdough bread.
Oh, good to have that inning over with. Let's go to break.
Sourdough bread, peanut butter, bacon,
9-1 Cubs.
and tomato. Oh, that'd be good. APS rooftop solar cam. Look out up there. My goodness gracious. And
beautiful night.
Take a peek down into what they like to call the lower bowl down below. I mean to intimidate those of you folks with that ballpark jargon. Looking up into the night sky is Josh Wilson. And Esmerling Vasquez on the mound. One scoreless inning in his major league debut a couple of days ago. Mark Grace, you have opened a can of worms that we will get to here in a little bit.
What do we got?
And it cannot be a can of worms sandwich.
Why not?
As the 1-0 is inside. A change up there.
Potted
2-0
meat.
to count. Well,
I liked it.
You might tell us what kind of sandwich you would be, but you, in fact, are not going to decide on your own.
Oh, boy.
Matter of fact,
The
you
fans
may
have
end up in
spoken.
the pool. That should be choice D, the pool. As that is outside. 3-0 the count. Call to the bullpen for Vasquez. One scoreless frame. He did a great job down in AAA. 2007, the Diamondbacks minor league pitcher of the year. Last year, after a shoulder injury, struggled mightily. Fastball is high, but on 4 pitches, it's a walk to Fukudome.
So what kind of a sandwich am I going to be, evidently?
Well,
where did we get that question, by the way?
Well, that's from Ellen. She sent it in. She texted it in. Or Ellie or whatever her
I'd love
name
to
was.
meet Ellen.
She texted it in.
Maybe we can share a sandwich.
What sandwich
And yes, I had to eat
so you picked your sandwich,
potted meat sandwiches
right?
when I was young.
You picked your sandwich. I'm told you're allowed, since you're the big time ball player. I get the fans picking mine. I found out now. What sandwich should I be?
Dagwood.
Peanut butter and jelly, Dagwood, bologna, and then the chicken salad sandwich.
I'm going to go with E, liverwurst.
Liverwurst.
Yes. Maybe float an egg on top of there for you.
Breaking ball, and it's a strike.
You
1
like
and 1 the
liverwurst?
count. Absolutely not.
Well, there it is, folks. E, liverwurst. And I'll be potted meat.
1 and 1.
Oh, looking forward to getting back to Milwaukee for some of that.
Bouncing ball to the right side, Chad Tracy. There's one. And reaching his half power. Let's play out front by Chad Tracy. Enjoying some goods here at the yard, no doubt about it. You know, no matter the score, when you come to the yard, there's always some goodies. There's some lemonade. There's some formula. Look at that. Look at that little tiger. Is that great?
I think that's lemonade and formula.
I think he actually said, "Get the formula out of my face." You think you're going to drink that large lemonade? That's exactly what was going on. You think you're drinking that large lemonade and I'm drinking that bottle?
Not happening. Now I'm just going to eat all my fingers.
Give me that.
Hey.
No.
Don't even think of taking that. 9-1 Cubs.
Uh-oh, is he mad?
He is not happy.
Well, let's see if you can sell him on the bop. Oh, it's night's time, it looks like. Oh, Gracie on a cross-country flight.
Well, that's always fun, isn't it?
2-0 the count.
And don't kid yourself, folks. Gas. Don't kid yourself. You always get upset if you're close to the upset baby on the airplane. You're always golly, why is that screaming kid after you? Until you have children and go through it.
That's exactly right.
And then if they say a word to you, you will hurt them badly if they even look at your kid cross-eyed. So now I've learned to, you know what, just enjoy the crying child because it ain't the parents' fault.
Oh, no.
That looks like a scolding.
Sure does. 3-1 the count. That pitch is high. A change up. Now that's a good looking cone right there. That's the waffle cone. Little chocolate and vanilla. Half of it on his face.
See, I'd be killing the cone by about now. Because pretty soon that ice cream's going up the nostrils.
Oh,
you get to the cone quick. Oh, I love milk duds too. Love those shorts.
With a visor to top it off. Anyway, 9-1 the score.
What's going on the out-of-town scoreboard, Darren?
Well, it's funny you would ask. There's some interesting things going on. You see, in New York, in Shea Stadium, Florida snapped a 7-game losing streak as Livan Hernandez had a tough day. He got knocked around a bit. 7-4 was the final score, but his bullpen really hurt him. Jorge Cantu can do. He homered twice.
Really?
As that one is poured in there. But that's not all. You see, the New York Yankees went to Motown, Motor City.
Right.
They went to Detroit, and they routed Detroit 11-0. Jose Molina, Eddie Molina's a friend of this show. He hit a grand slam, a 10-run 7th inning for the New York Yankees. High fly ball, Mike Fontenot. Connor Jackson, or Kojak, as the governor likes to call him, makes the play for the out.
Well, it's one of my favorite nicknames.
Well, it is. In the bottom of the 9th inning, Brad Penny, who got rocked around, got picked up. He went 2 2/3 innings, gave up 7 earned runs. The chicken salad.
Well, what about E?
No. That's what they're doing. They're voting for E, and everything's going to D.
Is that what it is?
It is.
Maybe they just think you like chicken salad. Or maybe if you were a sandwich, you would be.
That's exactly right.
Chicken salad.
Or maybe.
Oh, Ellen.
Or maybe this evening, we are making some chicken salad.
Boy. Yeah, we are. Very well said.
Because it's good. So anyway, Cleveland 8 because of Brad Penny. The Red Sox 8. They scored 8 for him as that one dives down and away.
Well, you might want to read that score again.
Cleveland rallied. They won it 9-8. Snapping the 11-game winning streak for the Red Sox. They'll continue to stay with us here, folks. We'll have scores from this game and from out of town.
And who homered. Winners, losers, savers, homers. I love you too,
great.
darling. I love you too. Man, I wish I was out there. (9-1) Chicago. Coy Hill, former Diamondback.
Old teammate.
Oh, yeah.
Pitches high.
He takes a high fastball. 94 miles an hour.
Jose Valverde's on the disabled list.
Is he?
Tried to pitch through a calf injury. Couldn't do it. Went on the DL. Already, those folks are night-night.
Night-nights.
2-2 the count. Fastball belted, base hit left field. Another run will score as Bradley moves up to second base. So the Chicago Cubs add on, and they lead it 10-1 over the Arizona Diamondbacks. And here's Aaron Miles.
Bang. Honey, can you keep it down?
She's so excited that
a little shut eye.
That her Mets are playing well tonight here at Chase Field. Here's Aaron Miles.
And Esmeralda Vasquez is finding out quickly at the big league level that you cannot walk people.
Nope.
And expect to get away with it.
Slider, a good one. 0-1 the count to Miles.
2 walks in this inning. To this point, 1 has scored.
Trevor Hoffman, by the way, did wrap up that game at Miller Park. 6-5 the final and a victory. 555 career saves for a good man.
Amazing.
A very
It'd be weird
good man.
seeing him in a different uniform besides San Diego, isn't it?
You bet. Done with the bottle now.
Got a full tummy. Now I'm smiling. My Cubs are winning 10-1. I'm smiling. I'm a happy boy.
I wonder which team those folks are rooting for, by the way.
It was tough to tell.
0-2 the count to Aaron Miles. That one rides away 96 miles an hour. to 1 the score. Day baseball tomorrow. Davis is on the mound against the Chicago Cubs. He will go to work. Fastball is high. Ryan Dempster will work for the visiting Chicago Cubs. Meantime, at Great American Ballpark.
What's going on in Cincinnati?
It was a tough day for the Reds.
Was it?
Houston rolled 8-3.
Man. Without Jose Valverde.
That's exactly right. Breaking ball popped up. Another run for the Cubs. No, it was old Wandy Rodriguez. He now has a 1.69. Aaron Harang, not as good. The Cowboy. A community is reunited, getting back together. The redhead section, having a party. Great signs, great fun. Down above the Chicago Cubs bullpen, which has been dormant. And don't forget, by the way, May 26th against the San Diego Padres take this place over. June 23rd against Texas, the Texas Rangers, a unique redhead night. Philadelphia Phillies, the New York Mets, once a month the rest of the year out there beyond the pen. A community has formed. And they have gotten back together. I was talking to a bunch of folks that bought the whole season ticket package, all 6 games. Out there getting that red T-shirt. I can even, if you'd like, folks, tonight, I can sneak you a peek at the next T-shirt.
Can you?
How about that? I know people.
Wow. I don't know. Are you allowed?
Oh, you bet I am. There's that one. Is lifted. I'm going to show you the T-shirt at some point. I want to hear from Todd Walsh. I know, Todd, you went out there.
Yes, I did.
And you have other things as well to talk about.
Well,
First question is, what's it like out there?
You know, it's great. They're always great people. They appreciate where they are, and how they got there, and why they're there. Is this the prototype, by the way?
Yeah, keep talking. I'll just hold it up right here. Go ahead.
There you go. That's fine. Actually, that's the best I've looked on camera in years.
Look at that.
Are we in HD?
Red.
That's nice.
Okay, continue.
That's
I'm
outstanding.
sorry.
You know, I think you ought to just go out there.
You think?
And let Mark do some play-by-play and hang out.
Just go?
Anyhow.
You could do play-by-play on a wireless and hang out.
Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. I interrupted your hit.
No. They are your people, after all. You should go back out and...
I think, no. I'll just show the new T-shirt again later.
Okay. Listen, I wanted to update our sort of our sidebar story to the game. Bat boy Tyler Nunn. There's a grounder to... that's an out.
We're right there.
That's 3-1 if you're scoring at home. Tyler Nunn. Remember they sent him on the wild goose chase.
How's he doing?
He's
Did he find him?
Yeah. He is the subject of our Geico quote of the game. These are some of the things that Tyler said. Where's the key to the batter's box? How about the roof remote? And can I get that box of curveballs? Just wanted to clarify some of the things that Tyler had been asked to do.
Do you want to let the folks at home, just in case there's, we got to give them clarity.
I've had it done to me.
Have you really? You fell for that?
You bet. I was a little bit younger because I grew up around a clubhouse.
Right.
So the first time I could really understand and speak and walk well enough. It's, folks, there's no box of curveballs anywhere. There is no key to the batter's box. No. But when you're a new kid on the block and you have that job, which for almost anyone that age is a dream come true.
Sure.
You do anything you can to please your bosses, the players, and the coaches, and you look all night.
Well, I guess it was a pretty interesting sight to behold him running around in the parking lot in full uniform for the first 2 or 3 innings. I have been told, but we didn't have the camera coverage out there.
I remember Rick Sutcliffe did that to a first day bat boy. Hey, will you go tell the umpires that we're looking for the key to the batter's box and we need some left-handed curveballs? And the umpires are all in on it, guys. They all know everything about this. So they'll act like they're checking their pockets and they'll, oh my gosh, where is the key to that batter's box? You know what? You need to go down to the right field corner. There's a security guard there, and I guarantee it, he's got the key. And if he doesn't, then the guy over on the left field corner. So it's a wild goose chase for this poor kid at the time. And well, anyway, Sutcliffe ran him all around Wrigleyville, basically. And then at the very end, because this kid was a good sport and we had him running around for a good 4 or 5 innings, he got more autographed gloves and batting gloves and spikes and balls and he got just a mother load of memorabilia.
He was a good sport.
Oh, because he was a great sport about it, and the umpires they're all in on it as well.
I've bumped into several security guards who saw Tyler along the way tonight, who said it was very hard to hold a straight face. But you bring up Rick Sutcliffe. Is he not the man who sent a young Chicago Cub looking for the batting cage that had to take him through the stands, right?
I don't know if I've told Darren that story, but my first week in the big leagues, Darren, do you know where the batting cage is at Wrigley Field?
Out in the right field wall area.
Underneath the right field bleachers. Well, I didn't know that. And we'll get back to that story when we
Sorry.
Thank you very much, Carlos Zambrano.
We like to call that a teaser in the business. We'll have the story right after this. right around the corner. Bring Mom down to the ballpark Sunday, May 10th, when the D-backs face the Nationals. The first 5,000 moms receive a D-backs tote bag, right by the pool this summer. 602-514-8400, out by the Surf Club maybe, or visit dbacks.com/tickets. Now, we return you to Wrigley Field. Mark Grace looking for the batting cage.
Well, I'll make a very long story short. I had no idea where the batting cage was because I had only, and the tarp was on the field, so we were hitting in the cage that day. Zambrano, to quote Harry Carey, was swinging for the downs. Anyway, I made the mistake of asking Rick Sutcliffe where the batting cage was because he and I were hitting in the same group. And I didn't realize that he didn't like being spoken to on the day he pitched, swung on and missed. So he played a dirty trick on me and sent me to the St. Louis Cardinals the visiting clubhouse at Wrigley Field. And being the dummy that I am, and I come by it honestly, I go into, did he get it?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. The all-time active leader for pitchers and home runs, Carlos Zambrano. His first of the year, his 17th of his big league career, and if there's time, he's a triple away from the cycle.
Well, there'll be time. An 0-2 pitch from Esmeralda Vasquez. That's a strong man. Just a short, quick swing. And another lesson learned for the youngster. Out it goes. So, I got sent to the Cardinals, the visiting clubhouse at Wrigley Field.
First base side.
Down in the area. And I make a left turn and a right turn, and all of a sudden I'm looking at Hall of Famer Red Shandies, who has been a Cardinal since the 30s.
Right.
Looking at Red Shandies, and I don't even know. Better yet, it hasn't sunk in that Sutcliffe has sent me to the visitors clubhouse. I said, "Oh, hey, Mr. Shandies, are you guys not done hitting yet?" He looked at me and he said, "Well, I don't know who the heck you are, kid, but somebody got you good. You're in the visitors clubhouse." And I went, "Oh, boy." So I had a little extra bounce in my step running all the way back to the clubhouse, and I said, and this is how young and green and stupid I was. I went back up to Sutcliffe, who was giggling as that one's hit out to right field. That's playable. Just enough to in the bare spot. Puts it away. So finally I get back and that was pretty good. You got me. You got me. Now, really, where's the batting cage? He said he didn't have the heart, but he was going to send me to the fire station and then over to Murphy's Bleachers and then on down Clark Avenue there, and I probably would have done it.
Probably good, though, because if he sent you to Murphy's Bleachers, you might not have
come back.
Yeah.
Good point. Or at least not before midnight.
Good stuff, Rick Sutcliffe. Good stuff, my friend.
Pretty good stuff there.
You bet. George Clooney, 0-1.
Get that thing fixed.
Outside and to the backstop it goes.
That's my guy, though, and I'm glad he's feeling better.
He's so much fun to be around. Loves life.
Got a new lease on it. Cancer survivor.
Isn't that the truth?
The world's a better place with Rick Sutcliffe in it.
Look out, boys, in that dugout. Please tell me everyone's all right.
Fontenot on the ground.
Always trying to hit number 17.
Now, why is that, you think?
Did he
Look
get him?
out. Golly, that was right over Lou's head. Attaboy, Lou.
So Lou came to work yesterday, and boy, did he look sharp. He had on some, lightweight, kind of the cool jeans that are almost a linen material, and a good-looking Tommy Bahama shirt.
I like Tommy Bahama shirts.
String still around the buttons. You can see the string kind of peeking out. And Scott Snyder, who was down there, and good relationship with Lou. As that one is bounced foul, said, Lou, you have the string, you know, thinking maybe
from the tag?
Well, certainly he took the tag off, obviously, but then the string maybe stayed. Well, Lou, you know, proceeded to unbutton that middle button where the string was wrapped around, and there hung the tag as well.
He didn't take the tag off?
None of it. And he thought it was the funniest thing that he walked all around the clubhouse showing all his players. Alfonso Soriano got the biggest kick out of it.
Boy, oh boy.
And with a smile across his face, as that one is blown right by him, he said, times are tough. You buy a shirt, wear it a few times. I'm taking this back,
right
boys.
back.
I'm taking
That's
this
right.
back.
I'm not cutting that tag off. That a boy, Lou. That's old school.
Oh, he was great. Obviously, that wasn't his goal. He had no idea he had left the tag on. You know what he wanted to know when he came to work yesterday? Who can play for me? I need healthy bodies. He didn't care about a tag. He wanted a healthy lineup. Joey Gathright on the rim.
Carlos Zambrano's been kind of a one-man gang.
You bet. We'll hear from Brad and Digger on the other side of the break. I wonder if they have tags on their shirts. Hello?
Pop-ups. We'll talk about that and digging in. And guys, we're talking about the sandwich, and I don't know. You've got still time to text in. What kind of a sandwich would Darren be? Peanut butter and jelly leading the way. How about a Braunschweiger? You ever heard of that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Back to you guys.
That's enough out of you guys. How are the results going? Did we find out? Peanut butter and jelly in the lead.
It's got to get to liverwurst.
Not be Dagwood. I love a Dagwood sandwich. You put whatever's in the fridge in a Dagwood sandwich.
Yeah, you just load it.
Roast beef, cheese, you got some salami, bacon, some peppers.
Tomatoes. Lots of mayo.
Johnson is in left field. Joey Gathright, Reed Johnson that is, and Joey Gathright is in center field. I am flattered by peanut butter, though.
You're a peanut butter guy. You're going to go to that peanut butter factory in New York this year, aren't you?
Every year, go get a good sandwich at
it's down the Village, right?
Yeah, Peanut Butter Company, Peanut Butter Factory, whatever it's called. They'll make whatever you want. They make their own peanut butter there. Take a couple of subways to get over there.
Now they have the crunchy and the smooth. They got it all.
Everything. You get the peanut butter and the kind of the creamy marshmallow sandwich. They'll make that for you.
Really?
Oh yeah. That one slapped the other way. Down the line it goes.
You can't really do a heck of a lot with peanut butter, can you?
You can't.
Do they have flavored peanut butter?
They do. They have a
peanut?
Spicy peanut butter. Certainly,
Really?
they have a very spicy peanut butter. You can do an awful lot with peanut butter. Absolutely.
Okay, well,
bananas, honey,
I'm sorry.
bacon.
I'm sorry.
Tomatoes.
He's yelling at me, folks.
2-2 the count. That one is slapped into the seats. Can't believe the chicken salad even got legs initially.
Wow.
Peanut butter and jelly's good, or Dagwood.
Don't know where chicken salad really came up.
Because you kept telling them to vote E, and they voted E. Which
Liverwurst and
cast
potted
over.
meat.
Right.
Todd, where's Todd Walsh? I need some help from Todd.
He's in the redhead section.
He's been yelling at me. Todd,
what's
Todd,
going on?
Well, Darren's yelling at me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know all there is to know about peanut butter.
Fluffernutter, man.
See, there you go.
Oh,
the fluff.
Remember that, Mark?
That's with the marshmallow.
Marshmallow and the yeah, that was solid.
But that's not peanut butter.
It was mixed with it.
Oh, okay.
Right? Isn't that how that worked?
Absolutely, that's
Do you ever
works.
put cocoa on your peanut butter, Darren?
I haven't tried that before.
You haven't lived. Cinnamon?
Yes.
Yeah, that rocks.
Base hit for Miguel Montero. So Miggy is 1 for 3. My grandmother, may she rest in peace, down in North Florida used to make a sandwich where she'd make her own peanut butter, of course, grill the bacon, and grow the tomatoes out in the backyard. And it was peanut butter, bacon, and tomato sandwich.
That sounds really good.
And it was really good.
Really?
It was really good. And that's what I have them make me. It's not on their menu in New York when I go there.
And they'll do it for you?
You bet.
Do they call it the Big Bopper?
Well, that, of course, one of the better nicknames.
Well, that's your nickname down at Fantasy Camp.
Power hitters at Fantasy Camp.
He was the Big Bopper.
1-1 the count to Justin Upton.
How about have you ever had a muffin, toasted muffin with just peanut butter and a little bit of honey?
Oh, of course.
Oh, that's the best.
Peanut butter and honey, yeah.
But no matter what you do, no matter how careful you are, the honey will wind up on you.
Base hit to right field. Back-to-back pretty approaches for the Diamondbacks. Runners on first and third, trying to finish strong, Arizona. That was sweet, speaking of honey, for Justin Upton. He's 1 for 3, went down and got it. I'm listening, Todd.
He just flicks his wrist at this outside fastball. That was as smooth as, well, dare I say, peanut butter.
Oh, keep talking, by the way, whenever you chat with us. 3-4 runs might follow here.
I wasn't a big fan when they started putting the nuts in the peanut butter, the crunchy.
Peanut butter.
The texture kind of got to me. If you want, I can go out to the redhead section and do a little exit polling.
With the
we'll
redheads?
Another 9 hours, so.
The redheads.
Want me to go out there and see what they think?
I want you to do what you want to do, Todd.
I'll go out there.
This is your world right now. I mean, we're just sharing with you. As a matter of fact,
it's 11-1, and that's what I'm here for. No, I'm fine. Exactly what would you like me to ask them?
What's their favorite kind of peanut butter sandwich?
I'll be right back.
Anything goes.
Okay.
I mean, you can say peanut butter with raisins on it, which I know kids have.
Huh?
Oh, you bet. Sprinkle some raisins on there.
Looking forward to the peanut butter and pineapple.
Another good one. Two and 1 the count to Josh Wilson. ...105 pitches. Line drive, left field to the gap it goes. It's cut off by Johnson. Wilson is first hit as a Diamondback. And an RBI to boot. It's 11-2. Welcome to Arizona, young man. And good to see.
Gets a fastball, middle in. Turns it right around. That's just a nice, short, quick swing. That's how you have to approach these hard throws. Just a short, quick swing. Let them supply the power. Don't need to overswing and swing hard. You'll come up empty.
Wilson was hitting .260 for the Reno Aces when he was called up. He has seen action in the big leagues with Florida, Washington, and Tampa Bay. That is his 69th hit in the major leagues. Felipe. Chopper to the right side. Only play is to first. Another run will score. It's 11-3. Speaking of sandwiches, a lunchtime special tomorrow. What's Brewing? Brought to you by our good friends with Miller Lite tomorrow at 12:30 on Fox Sports Arizona. Ryan Dempster, an all-star a season ago. Doug Davis, a cancer survivor a season ago, and off to a very good start. These two go toe-to-toe, and Davis, I saw many a start when he was in the Midwest as a Brewer against these Cubs. He's always handled himself very nicely against any Cub in the lineup. And that'll continue tomorrow, Mark Grace.
You got a call, huh?
Oh, I have a call, my friend.
I like it. Yeah, Diamondbacks look like they're going to need to salvage the rubber game of this match to win a series. That would be their second of the year.
Hot shot. Ryan Roberts pinch hitting, and he is erased. Boy, what a lightning bolt that was. And the Redheads, those that have remained, have done the best they can to get to know everyone in their community, but they'll have their red shirt, their memory, some of the friendships, and they'll get to watch Mr. Piniella make the long, slow walk out to the mound. Reigning National League Manager of the Year. Leave the tag on your shirt if you want. Great baseball, man. Talk about a few fun, light stories we're telling. We want to talk about a storyteller. He's heard enough of a story from Zambrano. All right.
I love a manager that will go out and actually listen to his player. All right. Look him straight in the eye. And if he gets the answer he's looking for, all right, go get him. Pitch number 110 coming to Chad Tracy with 2 outs here in the 7th.
He's gone 109, 109, 118, and 97 in pitch counts this year. Tracy, fly ball. And the play is made by Joey Gathright. Zambrano asked his manager for another batter, and he backed it up with a smile. I hope Todd Walsh will expound upon that here in just a moment. Todd?
Yeah, they are. Hang on, I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you show the sign here? It says, "Hey, Gracie," and then the flip side of the sign, the B side, if you will. Need a beer? I'll buy you one. Will you really do that for Mark Grace?
Yes, I will.
I'll tell you what, I'll bring it back, and I'd like a light. It's a long story.
He would like a light?
No, I would like a light for him. Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. Yes, I will.
Hey, listen, we've been talking about peanut butter.
Okay.
So it's been kind of the running theme in the last, 45 minutes or so. So I wanted to know what you guys think about. What kind of peanut butter do you like?
I like chunky.
Chunky, why?
It adds a different texture to the...
It's the texture, yeah. The taste is the same. It's the texture, right?
Texture.
How about you, sir?
Oh, I like Pearl Jam peanut butter.
Of course you do, Eddie Vedder. How about that?
Yeah, I'm coming out with a new album real soon.
Right, and they're celebrating the release of 10, the 10-year anniversary of 10. And you, sir, what do you got here?
Chocolate chip mint.
You wouldn't put peanut butter or ice cream on that, would you?
It would be good. Creamy be good.
Creamy peanut butter?
Yep.
How about fluffernutter? Remember that? Old school?
Oh, and marshmallow.
Yeah. Everybody remembers fluffernutter. That's right.
Young and crazy.
Yeah, we were all nuts then, huh?
Yep.
That's right. Thanks a lot, guys. Enjoy yourselves. The Red. You guys having fun out here? Do you guys like peanut butter?
Hey, Gracie!
No, it's not.
Buy you a beer, Grace.
I'll bring you a light, Mark.
Thank you, Todd. I'll be waiting.
Like a 32-ounce light.
I'm
Mark,
thirsty.
like a 32-ounce light.
32? Gee, my knee.
Thank you, Mr. Walsh. As we take a look at our in-game box score, Todd went out there, and I appreciate that.
Well done,
Roberts
Todd.
makes the play. In-game box score is brought to you by Nova Home Loans. Look at everyone in that lineup doing work, including, look at the pitcher.
What a game.
Wow. Scott Schoenweiss works and gets the first out. Milton Bradley's a switch hitter. He'll flip it on around and bat from the right side. Pitch into Bradley. Groin injury has limited him. As a matter of fact, Bradley finally was able to pick up a hit, 1 for 3 tonight. You see the numbers for Scott. It's been a nice go of late. As that one dives low. Milton Bradley began his career in the Expos organization. Tiny bit of time in Montreal, then Cleveland, the Dodgers, Oakland. He was a teammate of Danny Harris there. That's a 2-hit night with a walk from Milton Bradley. He was one of those guys last year when the Diamondbacks were trying to stay afloat. Right around the time the Adam Dunn deal was made, he was mentioned in discussions with Texas and the Diamondbacks. A guy that was discussed as a possibility. Dan Herron spoke of Bradley being a good teammate and wanting to win as badly as anyone he's played with. He might be tough to understand at times on the field from afar, in the stands up here in the booth, but his teammates rave about him as a teammate. 0-1 the count. Mike Fontenot. This guy.
He's homered in back-to-back games.
Yeah, we were talking about him, Gracie. This time he was jammed. There's one. And not in time. It'll give us a chance. For a guy who's not large in stature, put up some pretty big slugging numbers a season ago. I mean, he had quite a year offensively last year, Fontenot.
Catcher Corey Hill.
Last year he had 305, slugged over 500. That was close, huh?
Tough to see when Chad caught that ball, but we'll just have to take the umpire's word for it. He was safe.
Here's Coy Hill. All right.
Yes?
Here we go.
What do you got?
Just moving right along.
Oh. Already in the top of the 8th.
The 0-1. Breaking ball in a dandy from Scott. Scott broke into the big league, signed out of Duke. Broke into the big leagues with the Angels in the late 90s. Was a starting pitcher when he broke in. And a different style of pitcher. Used to get a lot more ground balls. Used to hang in there a little bit more as that one is high. You rarely, if ever, saw anything resembling that. A little turn the ball over, good sink on the ball. And as a starter, threw a lot more ground balls. As a reliever, a lot more straight fastball stuff with breaking balls that will handle lefties, almost exclusively lefties. But very quietly, he's had a long career. Again, he got himself a righty there on the hook, and he puts him away. A scoreless frame for the first time since the second inning for a Diamondbacks pitcher. low fares, no hidden fees, and by Blimpie, America's sub shop. Beautiful night in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. And our Chaz Roberts cool play, our young man, little baby bear, Cubby fan. Come on, give me some of that lemonade, Ma.
Come on, Ma.
I've been working hard for it, Ma. Give it up.
Nope.
No. Come on, give it to me. Mom says, no, it's time for you to shut it down. And the little one says, all right, I'm in.
Okay. I'll take the formula.
Angel Guzman takes the base. Well, I love that. Little ones at the ballpark. Big ones at the ballpark. As Guzman wheels and deals, Mark Reynolds. Look out.
What's my name? Goodness.
Mark doubled, grounded into a double play. Grounded out to first. Mark in his last 8 games has 10 hits, slugging over 700. Has 6 extra base hits during that time. How about a long one here? Breaking ball is away. 2-1 the count to the man out of the University of Virginia. A lumberjack beard a growing. High fly ball right. Milton Bradley heads to the corner. And Milton with a nice play. 1 out.
Listen up, Darren.
Yes, sir.
Browse from the largest selection of authentic team gear. Official hats, t-shirts, jerseys, and collectibles. Get your team gear straight from the source. Visit dbacks.com/shop.
That's a good read, Mark Grace.
Thank you very much.
Just a little bit shy of the stamp of approval.
What?
Connor Jackson, 0-1 the count. Nothing wrong with that. See students around the world, my friend. Breaking ball. Oh, until I got to college. I grew up a little bit. Still am nowhere close to running the world, though.
So what are you going to say when your 2 beautiful daughters come home with a report card full of C's and tell you, well, Dad, C students run the world?
Well, from your bedroom. That's where you'll be running it for the next 6 months. So enjoy.
Yeah. That didn't go over too well with Gene Grace.
We'll be sliding some crackers under the door. And just send the bottle out after you've used the restroom, and we'll empty it. A little bedpan. No C's in our home. The 0-2. Popped up right side, and into the seats it goes. Kind of renewed the discussion. I know we're staying light and enjoying, for the Cubs fans, their evening this evening, knowing the Diamondbacks can go after it again tomorrow, try to win the series. The conversation about the nickname reared its head again with Connor Jackson.
Today? Oh, come on.
Oh, it came back again.
No way.
And is that 0-2? Base hit right field for Action Jackson.
So he does not want to be called Action Jackson.
Again, I'm going to try to tell you the story, and I told him I tried to explain it. We know the governor likes to call him Kojak.
Right.
That's the nickname.
Right.
And so we understand and respect the leadership ability, the tenure, if you will.
Of course.
From the very first game, since they started playing baseball, we understand and we respect the Kojak nickname.
It's a good one.
But the question was posed, what else have you been called in your life? And Connor said, well, Action. I've been called Action Jackson.
Now we're
CJ.
We're going to pass on both of those.
CJ or Jax or C-Jax. And he wasn't trying to rename himself. He was just giving me examples. And so we went back and forth on it. And that's what happened to me right there.
I got you. Well, it's good to see Kojak get a base hit.
You like Kojak?
That's it. It's not going to change. As hard as he tries, it's not going to change. You cannot nickname yourself.
Off the glove of Fontenot. Kojak hustles on around to third, and he is in standing up. So Miguel Montero, a couple of hits.
Nice piece of hitting there by Miguel Montero. Off the glove of Fontenot. Kojak sprints into third base.
Now he understands that what's fair is fair. He respects that, and he will live with it.
Okay, so he's not like upset about it.
Not at all. That's not his personality.
Good. We don't want to upset him. I don't want the governor to get in trouble.
Oh, no. But he was just submitting some other options. That's all. And maybe hoping that you'd like one of them.
No. Nope.
Want to know the count to just enough to.
No, I'm not going to sit up here in this very respectable booth and call him Action Jackson. That's just not going to happen. Flat out. You can all you want, Darren, but I'm just not going to get on board that plane. That's a highway with no off-ramps.
1-1 the count as Upton pops it up. A triangle of Cubbies come together, and the play is made out there. Gathridge. So Action Jackson stranded that time as we roll on to the ninth.
That sounds terrible.
He has had with a bat in his hand.
He's been incredible. Stuck it to the Diamondbacks with his pitching arm, and then stuck it to the Diamondbacks with that wooden bat of his. Goodness gracious, what a night.
Good to see Tom Gordon back on a big league mound. Gordon last pitching last July, elbow inflammation, and was shut down. Has worked his tail off to get back and to get strong. 41 years young. And today, this is a work day, but there will be many days where he will help to solidify this bullpen. Good to see him. What a career he has had. And good to see him in a Diamondbacks uniform. That's strike one.
It's good to see him throwing 92 miles an hour as well. Stephen King wrote a book about him. The girl who loved this man, Tom Gordon.
Really?
Didn't know that?
No, I did not. Spent some time, certainly in a Red Sox uniform, some very important times. Kansas City.
It was a best-selling novel. Probably came out about when he in his pitching days with the Red Sox, which probably would have been what, late 90s, early thousands. Kind of a scary book too. I read it.
I'm a little concerned. I'm a little scared just thinking about it.
The girl who loved Tom Gordon. and it's not another guy named Tom Gordon. It's about this man. You didn't know that?
I did not. I do now.
Yeah, you need to read it, Darren.
Why don't you bring it tomorrow on the plane?
I will. I've got it. You need to expand your horizons.
Read some Stephen King novels.
Oh, yeah.
The 1-2. Breaking ball. There's that classic curveball we've seen.
A good case of the EBGBs.
So when you've been around for a long time, you've faced in your career names like Wade Boggs, Carlton Fisk, Paul Molitor, Eddie Murray, Cal Ripken, Kirby Puckett, Dave Winfield, and Robin Yount. He's faced them all.
Probably got them all out as well.
They've gotten him some, and he's gotten them a lot. That is a topper and a fair ball. Tracy to the bag. Aaron Miles is a race. Mark Grace, first time here as a Diamondback. We're just going to show off a couple of the pitches, and you help us out.
Well, Flash is his nickname. That's a beautiful fastball to the outside corner. Comes right back with it to jump 0-2, and then inside with it. Now the breaking ball. And another one for an easy ground ball. Now his nickname is Flash.
Flash Gordon.
Yes, and has been since he got to the, well, really in the minor leagues as well when he was with Kansas City, coming up with the Kansas City Royals. He didn't ask for it. He was dubbed Flash.
Those are all the Hall of Famers he has faced we were speaking of, by the way. Well,
doesn't look like he got them out too often. That's why they're Hall of Famers.
Angel Guzman and to the bag. And in time for the out. Well, you never know. He certainly might have asked for that nickname along the way.
No, he didn't. He won't go by Action Jackson.
Born in Sebring, Florida, November 18th, 1967. Broke in with the Royals in 1988. As that one just missed the inside part of the plate. A double-digit winner as a starting pitcher 6 times. He's had a 46 save season and a 34 save season. Just back in 06, he saved 34 games. Bouncing ball, Mark Reynolds flags it, and a flash. His Diamondbacks debut comes to an end. A point to the sky. Something tells me that meant an awful lot to that man. Against the New York Mets, the last time Tom Gordon threw a pitch in the big leagues, and you could tell the long road back, Mark Grace. In a blowout game, he doesn't care what the score is. He knows he's back, and you could sense it meant an awful lot to him. Nice little moment. He is going to help this Diamondbacks bullpen.
Absolutely, as you can see. Miguel Montero, very proud of him. Bob Melvin. Anybody that's been around this game of baseball for the last 15 years realizes just how good and special that guy is. And he will help this ball club. They need him. They need a healthy Tom Gordon. It's good to see. All-world person as well.
Yeah, well said. His son actually plays in the minor leagues. Plays in the Dodgers organization in the Midwest League.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He's a shortstop. DeVaris Gordon for the Great Lakes Loons, hitting right around 300 this year. He walked out of the clubhouse today, popped his head into the dugout and said he got another hit. He got another hit yesterday. Proud son, I would imagine, tonight as well. Ground ball off the bat of Wilson. Aaron Miles is there, and he makes the play for the out. Our Quest primetime performer tonight.
Not much doubt who that is.
No, Carlos Zambrano. As we take a peek around the ballpark, we recollect a huge night on the mound, a huge night in the batter's box, and also one big inning in the ball game. Now it's 11-3, so you can't hang it on one big inning. But there was a point out of the gates where the Baby Bears were looking at being down 2 or 3 to nothing. If the Diamondbacks could have maybe broken out a little bit. Carlos Zambrano initially showed the body language, the focus, and the stuff of someone who wasn't quite ready to pitch in a game. He was after that inning came to an end.
That's exactly right. That was the inning. Gas right by Big Tony Clark.
It was a double. There was a walk. And then a double play ended it, and he got off the hook.
And he was 3-1 on Mark Reynolds as well.
One and two, the count. Two and two, the count. 11 runs, 15 hits, and no errors for the Cubs. 3 runs, 10 hits, and no errors for the Diamondbacks. Pucks goes down on strikes, 2 outs. And here's Ryan Roberts. Last chance for the Diamondbacks. Roberts 0 for 1 and 3 for 12 on the season. Roberts trying to make the club this spring on the wing and a prayer. All the while finding out he and his wife for the first time are going to be parents. Pretty busy spring emotionally, and now that's a distant story in his mind. That pitch is high and inside. Electric stuff from Guzman. One more game in this series. It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow early.
12:40. Fastball is high to Roberts. 2-1 to count.
You going to stay in your cot here, or you going to take it on home?
Going to take it on home.
Right. Yeah, we leave for a few days. Probably should take it on home, don't you think?
Need to maybe pack some clean socks. 2-1. Inside, 3-1 to count. Golf shirts tomorrow? I mean, what do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's a travel day. Don't you think?
I think so. Thank goodness.
Or do you want to knot up?
Want to wear a tie tomorrow?
No.
3-1. 11-3 the score. Outside, not on the corner, so it's ball 4. Roberts reaches. And here's Chad Tracy.
You know, we ought to do one of these days, have a bow tie.
Wear a bow tie?
Like a bow tie Tuesday or something.
Okay. I don't know if I have time to go acquire one. Do you own one at home?
No.
Okay. So we probably can't pick one up before tomorrow's show.
Well, I mean, we can pick one up in Milwaukee.
Sure. There are bow tie stores on every corner.
No, I'm not saying we'll do it tomorrow. We should just do it before the year ends. Don't you think?
I think so.
It'd be fun.
Bow tie Tuesdays.
Well, not necessarily every Tuesday. Maybe a bow tie Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Because we got redheads for Tuesdays. So we probably shouldn't go bow ties and redheads.
But turtleneck Thursdays.
Oh, no. Set the dress code back about 25 years. Oh, dear. And, it tends to get a little warm in the summertime here. Looking forward to those turtlenecks. Down to their last striker, the D-backs.
The 0-2. That'll do it. A nasty slider down and in. All Cubs all the time this evening. The Cubs beat the Diamondbacks 11-3. They were manhandled yesterday. The Cubs do the manhandling today. And now for Arizona, they look to win this series, no doubt about it. The Cubs